Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Enchanted Ways. I am Danielle, and this video is my 2 cents on the whole Sephora witch kit controversy. So if you haven't heard, Sephora was set to launch a witch kit created by Penrose, I believe the company is called, in October, and it had a sage bundle, 1 or 2 crystals, some vials of perfume, and a nameless tarot deck, because they didn't advertise who the author or the illustrator was, which was odd to me. I've never seen that before. And the catchphrase, if you will, was just in time for Halloween, as if being a witch is something, you know, as if it's a costume to be put on and not a complete and utter lifestyle, you know. So I wasn't offended by them coming out with a witch kit. I was annoyed. I felt that it was careless and irresponsible, just like selling Ouija boards in the toy aisle is careless and irresponsible. And that's how I felt about this witch kit. To my knowledge, there was no booklet involved on what all of these things were for in the first place and how you use them or anything like that. So basically it was a kit for those who wanted things to go bump in the night, because you would have been dabbling. They didn't tell you anything, but here you go. And it was brought to my attention that sage is over harvested. So the one little sage bundle that I got that came in my Beverly Oaks kit will be the last sage bundle I ever purchased. I'm not going to contribute to the over harvesting of my ancestors' sacred herb. So and it was a huge sage stick in that kit. At that, my sage bundle is quite small compared to the other sage bundles I've seen, but I digress. A lot of witches were outraged. I didn't see any Christian outrage, which was really shocking to me. I thought that Christians would have been the first to, you know, express their discontentment, because it's like, what the hell is a witch kit doing in Sephora? Like, that's so odd to me. Now, I know the history of makeup and all of those things, but still it's odd. In modern times, to have a witch kit in Sephora, it's completely out of place and odd to me. But like I said, I wasn't offended. I was annoyed because, I mean, you could have at least included something to tell people what it is they're getting into. Witchcraft isn't something to dibble and dabble in. You need to be committed and you need to be well versed. There is no starter kit. You are the starter kit. The starter kit for witchcraft is knowledge, not tools. It's knowledge. That's the most important tool. So, needless to say, it was canceled. So I'm glad that it was, because this isn't a trend. This isn't a fad or a phase or a costume. This isn't something seasonal. This is our lives. And to say, you know, just in time for Halloween, like it's something that you put on and take off, like witchcraft, being a witch is something you put on and put off and take off, is ridiculous. People have lost family members, friends, maybe even jobs, you know, for coming out of the broom closet, and to treat it as something less than a serious thing is insulting. But I recognized it for what it is. Money. That's all these people care about, is money. So, you know, and they know that, I think they felt that they could get away with it more with our community, though, that we wouldn't say anything, because a lot of things that I saw floating around, or the sentiment I saw floating around a lot, was, where's the Christian starter kit or the Jewish starter kit, which would be completely offensive, but they would never do that. So, you know, treat our practice with respect as well. But like I said, I was more annoyed and like, really? That was my reaction, than outrage. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and it's completely and utterly justified. Our ancestors were burned at the stake for this. Women and children, innocent or not, were burned at the stake for not conforming to a power structure. It wasn't God. It had nothing to, it never had anything to do with God. It was all about money and power and control. That's what it boiled down to. And women were doing a little too much. You don't have to pray to God. I have an herb right here that can heal you. You know, it was dangerous to those who wanted to monopolize the middleman position, if you will, between God and man. So I'm glad it's gone. Sephora and Penrose has learned their lesson. They won't be doing it again, except for probably creating another name, and then you'll see something in your witchy shops. Like, this isn't over. They're still going to try to make money if they aren't already under a name and we don't know what it's called, because that's what large companies do. They have so many children companies, if you will. I don't know what you want to call offspring of a major company that, you know, you would never know that it traces back to this. So who knows? They're probably already doing it, and if not, they're probably going to do it. They just know they won't be doing it in Sephora. So those are my thoughts on that, guys. Please chime in the comments, if you will. How did you feel about it? Were you offended? Were you annoyed? Did you just not give a good goddamn? Well, what are your thoughts? So stay tuned, guys, and thanks for watching. Thanks to all of my new subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, rate, comment, click the notification bell, subscribe, all that jazz, share, and stay tuned. Bye.